you know, was reading and praying, and I keep getting hung up on things that we have talked about prior. And last week, the be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Where's that?
Yes, Romans 12:2. I have heard it suggested that sounds like brainwashing. You know, my brain's a pretty dirty old brain anyhow, and it needs to be washed. And
Amen.
as I thought about it,
No argument here, Paul.
as I thought about it, meditated on that verse. You know, the state that our brain is in is manifested in our lives. And, you know, before you were in control and you surrendered your life to the Lord, you know, how's things working for you? How'd that work?
Not so good.
And, you know, each and every day in Philippians, as you work out your salvation with fear and trembling, and in 2 Corinthians 5, when you are told to examine yourself and see if you be in the faith, where you are now with your brain is pretty much where you are. It's made manifest in your life. And this one's slamming me right in the back. So,
Boomerang?
the evidence of where your brain is evident to all.
Yeah.
You can't hide. And 2 Corinthians 10, and there again,
Yes.
the idea that Jesus put forth that, you know, you can do all that you're told to do, you're yet an unprofitable servant.
Right.
12:1 is this is the baseline. This is reasonable and acceptable service unto God. Nothing special about this. This is where everybody should be. Everybody should be on the same page. 2 Corinthians 10, where we do the chorus, the weapons of our warfare, not carnal, but mighty through God to pulling down the strongholds. This is where the mind is. This is why we need the equipment washed, serviced, oiled, renewed. Because we're in a war.
That's right.
And we're there to take possession of minds, hearts, decisions of will, centers of decisions and will. That's where our commitment to His Lordship is. And without that constant renewal and regeneration, we don't even know that we don't know. Now I, Paul, 2 Corinthians 10, now I, Paul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Christ, who in presence am base among you, but being absent and bold toward you, I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
Amen.
That's enough to stop me every time I read it.
Yep.
And having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. If you look on things after the outward appearance, if any man trust to himself that he is Christ, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Christ, even so we are Christ's. And you know, this stops me in the Beatitudes. These are the attitudes we should be carrying. This is not undoable and unknowable,
Amen.
as I have believed for so many years. You know, until you can get over that, it's undoable. You don't know that you don't know. And, you know, that's Colossians, the Christ in you, the hope of glory. That's what, this isn't good enough. He is. I am not good. I'm not a minister of Jesus Christ because I'm good. I'm a minister of Jesus Christ because He's good.
That's right.
And that is the baseline that we operate from. He covers, He fills up that which is lacking in us. We walk in Him. And then we can war as He renews and regenerates our mind and prepares us for the warfare. He's taking possession of the enemy's land, holding authority over it, holding every thought, not just mine, not just yours, every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. That's the only way that can work is when the weapons of our warfare is not carnal. And until you can latch hold, lay hold, chase him down, and, you know, like Jacob did, wrestle it out of him if you have to. Take possession of the weapons of that warfare. Operate in the renewing of your mind. This is reasonable. This is the baseline. This everybody's expected to do this. And you're yet unprofitable. You win the war. I'm not just going to go on a lot of other places. That's